You are live.
Hello, everybody. We're back.
Kate will shut the window now.
Kate will shut the window right now. So, a couple of you were asking a second ago, how do you deal with charging infrastructure? What's charging infrastructure like where you are? And I'm going to be honest, charging infrastructure's been really good. A lot of people are like, well, you're never going to be able to get across Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. You're just not going to be able to make it. And I think a year ago, that was certainly true. When Robert and the team first reached out to me about this event and said, hey, do you want to come? I actually looked at the roadmap, at the route plan, and went, and there was a couple of sections, one in Arizona, I think, and one in Texas, where there were no fast chargers, and I would have had to have stopped at a slow charger, and we would have had to have been there overnight. But there's been such an amazing expansion of rapid charging support in the United States in the last 8 months to a year that it really is making a massive difference. We, I think, today, our longest segment, miles, that was first thing this morning. Yesterday we did 178 miles from my house to our first charging stop.
Yeah.
We actually jumped like 4 or 5 charging stations to get there. Today we're jumping charging stations. Tomorrow, most of the charging stations we'll be using will be Electrify America, and the same will be true the day after. And because there are multiple stalls at each of those locations, I have a fairly high confidence that we're going to be fine. If they were single stalls, single points of failure, I'm not going to lie to you, I would feel a lot more worried about it. I might not even bother attempting this, because I think I'm being fair when I say that every single one of us has apprehension about driving through what is some politically conservative areas. And so our goal is to stay in our car as much as possible, to charge up, yes, and then to carry on. Austin itself as a city we know is not, it's not got a bad reputation or anything.
I know, Austin itself, it should be absolutely no bother. It's
some of the places in between that we're a little worried about. But we do have friends in Phoenix, and so we're good for Arizona. It's not super hot in Arizona, so while the tyres are not going to like it because it's going to be too hot for my car's tyres, we should be okay just getting there and actually, getting to that location. But all in all, charging hasn't been a big issue, and I would just say keep using a better route planner, keep checking a better route planner, because new charging stations are going in all the time. I'm quietly planning a long distance road trip for the summer. I'm not going to say where, I'm not going to say when, but suffice to say it's one that Erin and I are going to be doing solo, I guess, the two of us. So the two of us are going to be doing it.
You were talking about someone else coming along.
And, well, we're picking somebody else up.
Yes.
On the road trip, who's not necessarily going to be part of the team, but we're going to pick someone else up along the way. And when we first started planning that about a year ago, again, it looked like an impossible thing. Now it's looking super simple, super easy, barely an inconvenience, and that's really good. I think Kate's just looking at the route planner. We have 16 miles to go,
and the car's still got like 40-something%. It just won't go down. The battery is too full.
Oh! Is that an electric or is that plug-in hybrid? Oh, it's a plug-in hybrid.
It's plug-in hybrid.
Aww. It's a Nero.
In fact, it might just be the hybrid version.
Any more questions from people while you're looking at the route?
So there was a question about what our current range is.
Our current range, as of this moment?
I think maybe the range we're getting on the car. But...
Well, I mean, when did we last... What was the odometer when we last stopped?
I did not pay attention.
I think we must have done... Well, we've done nearly 100 miles. Because I remember when we were at the previous charging station, we looked at the top of the hill and it said it was 110 miles, right?
Yes.
We've done 94 miles, and it's saying we've still got 110 in the tank. So
okay, it's suggesting a charge point station when we hit 33%.
is that the new route?
That's the new route.
And what are we now?
We're at 44%.
How many miles away is that charging station?
19.
Okay, so even further away than...
The next one is 96 miles away. I think there's a fairly big hill.
There is a fairly big hill and we probably don't want to...
So maybe that's where we want to go. Which is going to be tricky for me to put in the phone because we're using the phone as film.
So we may have to finish
pause.
this AMA or these questions.
Probably got a few minutes.
So if you've got any final questions you want to ask me about Fully Charged Live or the team about the trip.
Yes, single point of failure. The single EVgo stations are not great. We actually have an interview with an EVgo engineer.
Yeah, it needs to
Which
be edited.
is going to be edited and be up, and we do talk about that.
We do talk about that on the channel from CES. And just as a reiteration, I've had another couple of people since my rant video on this channel saying, oh, you're not uploading stuff or don't like the content anymore. You don't have to watch it. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. Plenty of people our subscriptions are back up, which is good.
Fair to say that people that are watching this live stream right now are probably like us. So.
Yeah, exactly. So, we're gonna push those videos up as quickly as
At least
we
I hope you
possibly
do.
can.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you don't like us, then why are you watching? I don't
Erin
really
is working on
understand.
some crafting in the back seat, so that's where that voice came from. She's
I
she's doing some
twirled
craft
things around
sewing.
so that you could. I twirled the camera around so
I
that
know, I saw.
Erin could comment directly to camera.
Yes.
Hope to see you at the Renault Zoe Owners Club dinner meeting in Farnborough at FCL.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
That is going to be. Who said that? That is going to be.
That is
Is it
Plug
Nick?
Seeker.
Oh, Plug Seeker. Oh, hi, Plug Seeker. Yeah.
Um,
So Plug Seeker asked why we weren't sharing our location directly, and it's just because we've had some negative comments. And you know what? That is that Washingtonian RAV that we saw a long time ago. They have, and weren't we tracking them down I-5 before we stopped and charged?
Yeah.
So we've now caught back up with them.
Yes. So I think we're gonna pause for a minute or
so
stop.
that we can and we'll stop. We'll
stop.
see you all in Texas if you're coming. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you to everyone who has sent us money through Ko-fi. It really helps. It's costing us about $200 a day at the moment to get, everything done. And I know that means probably that flying would have been cheaper, but I wanted to prove that this was possible.
And let's say that Ko-fi money, you did buy us ice cream.
I bought you an ice cream.
You bought
Ice cream, frozen yogurt.
Frozen
yes,
yogurt.
Froyo, because we were very disappointed that the place we pulled up at had whatever that...
Foster's.
A Foster's Freeze. It had a Foster's Freeze that was no more.
Yes.
So, anyway.
We have to replan our route because we're doing so well we don't need to stop at our next station. So, see you soon. Keep evolving.